Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is. With our hearts uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. What them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recover. Yeah. Peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to reflect on all the juice like torture. It's on you, tell the truth.
Yeah, we about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Listen. Yeah, aim in the fit so you see in the mirror. Play with your focus and watch it get clear. Polish your crown, turn it up if you wear it. You live in the root, release what you're fearing. And watch it all rise, the righteous will hear it. They calling us twisted, I'm not even caring. Because it's a scene, the mind is too barren. They won't even heal it, they pass it to cheering. We over here healing, conversing and listening. Know that the truth isn't always appealing, but end it with healing and find your beginning. Frequency positive, what you receiving. Perception is up to you, what you believing. What you retrieving, mentally speaking. Like that they breathing, no words from a heathen. Don't know it all, but together undefeated. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen, hey. Yeah. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Praying for truth cause the world is so fickle. Keeping my mental, how clean is a whistle. Attention's a trap, they can lead you astray. Sneering this shit through the storm and the haze. Real conversations are lost in the greed. Others get lost in the web that it weaves. Sift through the rhetoric, uncover schemes. Knowledge inherited, this is imperative. I got a lot on my mind and I'm sharing it. Apples to oranges, it ain't no comparisons. I'm the type that'll never break character. I'm the type to make memories and cherish them. Trust intuition and doubt of disparity. Pursuing the echoes of wisdom. Chasing that moment of clarity. Conversation, rather one if you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track, we the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather one if you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. Who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen.
It's on you, tell the truth.
I don't know if anybody can hear me.
I hear you.
I can't hear nobody. And that's
I
what
can hear you.
I can't hear nothing. So, I was trying to do a mic check before we went live and whatnot, but no one responded. Moon Tortoise come in, but said he could hear me, but I kept saying I can't hear him. And the thing is, I turned my mic on, and which ruined everything because my microphone my interface keeps shutting on and off, on and off, on and off. Long story short, we are live. Y'all can hear me. I can't hear Jack with anybody. So let me try to figure this out. I think I know what I did wrong. So say something, anybody.
Something.
Yeah. Let me figure it out.
Okay.
I don't know.
Patience and peace. We'll get there.
Technical difficulties, though.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and read this opening that Kim had planned or predestined. I can't hear you at all now. No, I'm not. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna shut up and cut my mic for a minute.
Can you hear me now? Perfect. I knew it 1 second. There was a short thing, so hold on.
Okay.
Everybody ready now? Peace. Have you ever cared deeply about someone, yet still felt the need to step back for your own emotional well-being? Have you ever noticed? Let me get these people to the stage. Have you ever noticed that as you grow, others may misunderstand your distance as rejection? Tonight, we are talking about the reality that healing can change how we show up in relationships. Sometimes choosing ourselves can be misinterpreted, even when our intentions came from love and growth. Golden Eagle, can you do the deeper meaning?
Yeah, absolutely.
Still can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Can you
No.
hear me?
They need to hear you over on TikTok, man.
Okay. Well, and we're getting no sound or
They're
what?
not, no one can hear you. I promise you. You might be heard on Facebook, but you're not heard over here.
I don't know, man. I got my mic on.
I don't know. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Yeah.
You know what? Maybe let me try and just back out and pop back in. See if I get a better connection. Let me do that.
Huh.
Is that any better?
Well, this thing is good for the whole show at all. I should be people on TikTok and on YouTube. I totally apologize. How about now?
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. I
Mic
should have
check.
fucked off.
Mic check.
We are recorded on a couple places, so it has to be able to be heard on my end because
Right.
TikTok is getting recorded. Instagram is getting recorded. I should have left that mic off.
Let's see what I got here.
Nine. As Jeff Graham left, I don't even care. All right, he's back. What I'm gonna do is I have to shut everything off and start over. Hopefully that makes a difference. I apologize, everyone. We're gonna end the live and everybody come back. I'll send the link again. I don't know what to do. Honestly, I honestly don't know what to do.
Okay. Well, let's reboot and retry again.
I can't hear you. They can't hear you on TikTok. They can't hear you on the audio platforms. You can hear me. I can't hear you guys. So
Yeah. Okay.
Let me try to shut everything down, but still stay live because you are also an administrator. Go ahead and you just read. I don't know. TikTok is going to miss the deeper meaning, and everybody's going to miss the deeper meaning on my end. But it may still
Well,
be
we can.
working on the audio. I'm not sure because I can't hear Facebook. So
Okay.
try.
Well, I'm gonna.
Try
Yep.
to read the
I'll
deeper
go to
meaning,
deeper meaning. We
and I'm
can
going
we
to
can
shut everything
reiterate and
down.
go back to it. So I'm just gonna cover the deeper meaning for those of you who can hear me, and we're gonna try and figure this out in the meantime. But our deeper meaning is growth often begins awareness. Or sorry, growth often brings awareness, and awareness can bring change. Change can create emotional distance, not because love has disappeared, but rather because we're learning how to protect our peace. Many people have learned many people have lived in survival mode for so long that setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable and even selfish. Yet boundaries are not walls meant to punish others. They are forms of self-respect that help us maintain emotional stability. Caring about someone does not mean abandoning yourself. Healing invites us to understand that love and distance can exist at the same time. We can still value people while choosing a healthier way to live. Let's have a good conversation. And hopefully y'all got that. If not, we'll be back at it in just a couple minutes.
Are you the only one they can't hear on Facebook?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, good.
We can hear you.
Jesus. I ended the TikTok live because I was like, screw it. I just started everything over. You guys were still talking though, because there's people in the chat that's or people in the audience that are looking. It says we dropped 30 degrees but missed the tornado. You see the chats, they're going crazy. So you can go to chat and it shows here's all the chats.
Yep.
So in Chile most just joined, but nah, that's okay. So anyways, I apologize. Welcome, SGF Graham.
Peace, peace. How y'all doing?
Oh, it's truly well. Oh, it's truly well. Welcome, Kendall Cobb.
Hello, I'm here. Hope all is well.
And welcome, Golden Eagle. Thank you for taking over.
problem.
I was trying to check my mic and
Glad to
stuff
be
like
here.
that beforehand, but yeah, it didn't work out. Moon Tortoise said that he could hear me, but I didn't ask if I told him I couldn't hear him, but nonetheless. So let's get into the first question. Do you struggle with guilt when you choose your own emotional needs? Kendall Cobb.
Why am I always the first one with these two questions? I can't stand it, but it's okay. Yes, I do.
How do you handle it?
I would self-hate sometimes when I make a proper decision, or if I don't make a decision that's on a good day. And then I just realize, well, maybe I should have done that because that was just simply stupid. And then suffer the consequences later. So, it happens.
SGF Graham, do you struggle with guilt when you choose your own emotional needs?
No.
No. And I like that, plain and simple. How about you, Golden Eagle? Do you struggle with guilt when you choose your own emotional needs?
Absolutely, man. I'm always trying to put somebody first, before myself, and so yeah, I definitely do. I do definitely, yeah.
I'm with SGF Graham. I mean, not because I'm cold-hearted, just because at the end of the day, I only can control self. And if I'm not happy, I don't really care if somebody else is, because at the end of the day, I'm not putting my own emotional needs above you because I'm better than you, because I have to take care of me.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because if I can't take care of me, how does anybody expect me to take care of them?
Yeah.
I've been there, though. I've been there as a people pleaser, and I watered myself down to make sure everybody else shined. And that got me the same place where I am today. So I might as well just love myself. I might get a little further.
Right.
SGF Graham, you feel the same?
Yeah, I hate when people try to make people feel guilty for actually thinking about themselves for a change. Now, I mean, there's people that absolutely think about nobody else. So, I mean, there's exceptions to everything or whatever. There's somebody right now that said no, and they really mean no. Like, they actually don't think about nobody else at all or whatever. But I feel like I put people in front of me so much that the few decisions that I make for myself, I don't care what nobody else think about it.
I agree completely. When you spend your whole life loving other people and not loving yourself correctly, and you start feeling that little bit of, oh, this is what self-love feels like. This is proper, healthy self-love. You really want to do it well. You're not going to half-ass it anymore. And if your intent is pure and genuine, you can't go wrong with that.
Or it comes to the point in reality, you realize one day that problem you got wasn't that person's fault. It was your fault because you didn't have to do whatever you did to begin with. And once you start realizing it, now you can't even properly be angry because it's your fault. So what you gonna do? Beat yourself up? What you gonna turn into a Fight Club movie? Or you gonna start respecting yourself or whatever? That's what I had to do or whatever. I'm not gonna beat myself up.
I feel that exactly. So I have another question, Kendall Cobb. Have you ever felt misunderstood when you began focusing on your own healing?
Constantly. It's always a misunderstanding with myself. Even some days I question my own value and I'm like, what am I doing here? So it's quite often.
Wow. That's so real, though. That is a real statement that you made. I wonder why we do that to ourselves. What about you, SGF Graham? Have you ever felt misunderstood when you began focusing on your healing?
I know I'm misunderstood, but then it goes back to one where I just don't care or whatever. Like I've been misunderstood for so long that actually trying to get people to understand me kind of makes me look a little weaker or whatever to them. So I'm like, well, bump it, I'll just show y'all. And I just do what I got to do instead of looking for people's validation or approvals for the things that I must do.
Yeah. How about you, Golden Eagle?
You know, feeling or being made to feel as though I've been misunderstood has become so normalized that I feel like I've grown callous to that. In fact, actually, just recently, I really just, not that I grew callous to it. I've gotten to a peace with it. You know, like really, actually, I literally just said that about probably 2 weeks ago to my ex. You know, like, look, I understand you don't understand me, but I'm at peace with that. That's okay. It's not for me to give you understanding, you know, and I'm finally starting to understand myself. So yeah, it's not that I don't care, but I'm at peace with being misunderstood. In the past, that really bothered me. In fact, that would, you know, that would just frustrate me even more. Like, how can they not understand me? So yeah, I can relate to it. Like I said, I'm just learning to live in peace with it too, though, because it's okay. I don't need others to understand my growth. I need to understand it.
Yes. Ellison Webb says, I try to make decisions that are best for everyone. Often I miss out. See?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah. I can relate to that so strongly, man. Really.
Me too.
We talked about, do we feel guilt? You just mentioned that, you know, and I used to feel guilty for that, and then I would feel even more guilty because I knew I wasn't serving myself either. You know what I mean? So in the process, it just magnified it. You know, so yeah.
You know what I learned? I learned that when people look at you and they judge you off of you focusing on your healing, it's only because they aren't able to.
Right.
They see something in you that they want within themselves and they're not able to. So they're going to get defensive and reflect, or they're going to try to make you seem like you're the problem. They're going to try to water you down like you have an issue because you are choosing you. And it doesn't work that way. But I mean, when people only can, listen to this, people only can see something that they seem familiar. You will not point that out in someone that does not, if it don't look familiar to you. You're not going to know what jealousy or hatred or any of that looks like if you don't already know what it feels like.
Yeah.
So when someone says to you, I see this in you and I see that in you, no. You see that within you. You're just reflecting it onto me because you can't deal with it within you.
That's bad. Yeah. I just said that this morning.
Yeah. Ellison Webb said, caring for myself has made me feel harsh, callous, and I don't like how it feels. Nah, I don't blame you. Oh, you know, and that's what I was saying. People are trying to reflect that and say that you are in the wrong. You're in the wrong because you love you. Make that make sense.
Right.
They're going to yell at you or say something to you. If they truly loved you and you didn't love you correctly, they're going to say, hey, why aren't you loving you right? And then now they're going to complain because you are. I mean, yeah, I sent Cool Vibes. It introduces a invite, whether he accepts it or not. Because I said no at first because we were having technical issues, and I wanted to make sure that it was heard before I invited people to the stage. I wanted to make sure that we could get a good. I want to make sure I'm heard. I'm the reason. No, I'm just kidding. I still want to make sure I'm heard. So, what does caring for yourself look like right now, Kendall Cobb?
Can you repeat the question, please?
What does caring for yourself look like right now?
I heard Karen. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Okay. Caring. That's a whole different definition there.
Yeah.
It's learning to take naps and just do what you want to do with life. You don't have to answer to anyone. You're allowed to say no when you need to. Look after your mental health. Go for your walks. Look after your health. It's all process.
Yeah.
How about you, SGF Graham? What does caring for yourself look like?
Looks like growth, peace, conversation, probably a couple of arguments. You know, it's regular life or whatever, but you know, the growth and the peace is at the top of it versus something that I'm searching for is something I already know where it's at or how to attain.
Liam says, oh, maybe they lose interest in the fact of when I already asked. Maybe. Okay, so Golden Eagle, what does it look like for you? What does peace look like? Or what did it say? Healing? Or caring for yourself? Same difference to me.
Yeah, caring for myself. I mean, right now, what it looks like is just getting comfortable in my own space, you know, and yeah, getting more familiar with myself, keeping myself grounded, learning how to stay grounded, because you know, just finding my own peace, really, you know. That's what caring for myself is today. Finding my own peace, maintaining that peace, setting the boundaries that I need to maintain so I can maintain that peace, you know. So yeah, that's what it's looking like today.
So I like that Liam says this because he says that life is all based on caring for yourself. First, that's life. And that's true because you know what? I tell people this because Moon Tortoise told me this. The most important person in your life should be you, because if you did not exist, neither would your life to anybody else that knows you or you. You would not exist. So neither would your life. So you must be the most important person in it. Think about that. You know, for me, when I said, what does peace look like, healing looks like, all that is caring for me. When you have that inner peace, you stand your ground and say, yes, you did, but you're not going to argue with them. You're just going to say, I'll let you have the floor, but at the end of the day, I know damn well you did. And you walk away. That right there, that staying authentic with yourself, that is self-control. That is a master key in life. You're not going to win every battle because not every battle is yours. You're not going to win back and forth, tit for tat, because you don't belong playing tit for tat with people. You say what you say, you mean what you mean, and you stand on that.
Sure.
It's not, integrity. It's authentic. It's staying in your authentic self that no matter what, no one can catch you with your pants down. I've been watching lately, and this is how I know that I'm starting to heal and care for myself properly. Those that talk less and observe more, you see so much stuff. You let those that talk all the time because they're hiding stuff. They're hiding things. That's why they're talking so much. They're trying to sell themselves to themselves. And that's funny to me because, sell yourself to yourself makes no sense. But at the end of the day, you're trying to convince you that you're a different kind of person than what you truly are. So, Allison Webb says, I carry the love of God that brings my peace and it helps me win in life. I also outline how I should treat people. Facts. People should treat people the way they want to be treated. I agree. Yeah, because it's a balance. You put out what you get in return. Crappy people get crappy in return. They just do. They're miserable.
But don't be afraid to treat people the way they want to be treated. Don't be the one that misuse yourself, that abuse yourself, treating the wrong people the way you want to be treated, and you're not reciprocating, or they are not reciprocating.
I'm not a settler. I will leave. I don't have to give you a different version of me because you give me a different version of you. I just will leave.
Oh, I'm gonna give it. I got time. They had time. I had time. You know, that's what life do. Life mirrors you.
I ain't mad at you for that, though. I swear I ain't mad at you for that. That's why you're part of my family, because when I can't, I'll just come to you and you can't for me.
Ding, ding, ding.
I'll be like, you got time?
I do now. Now,
Yeah. That's why I surround myself around people that balance me, because I can't. I don't have the energy or the want to meet somebody where I don't belong in the first place. But I know enough people that will.
You know me. I'm all off of intention. If I could tell the person don't really know what they doing, I give them grace. So I chuckle about it, but like, I'm gonna let you slide. You really lost in the wind right now. You don't know what you stirring up. But if I see it's intentional, oh yeah, I just found all the time in the world to see how you like it back in return.
Man, I catch people slipping all the time because they're not authentic. So, can distance sometimes be a form of growth rather than rejection? Kendall Cobb.
I don't have a proper answer for that one, to be honest.
Okay.
It's a little bit tricky, I think. Well, from my comprehension, mine's different than anyone else's, though. And then again, that's me. So
That's okay. That's okay.
What was that question?
I misunderstood this is quick.
Can distance sometimes be a form of growth rather than rejection?
You said distance?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. I knew if you heard it again, you'd receive it differently. Yes, it can be. Yes, it can be. Those that don't know what it feels like and what it looks like will misinterpret it. Amen. Reap what you sow. Oh yeah. You talking that tonight. That's yes, Jeff Graham. Ellison Webb said, I stopped taking in strays. I can't help everyone, even though I wish I could. Some people don't want to grow and elevate or evolve. Same difference. I agree. Yes, let's go and let's grow. Yes, I agree. I agree. I agree. You know, distance can feel like rejection. It really honestly can, because someone can say, what did I do wrong? Why aren't you choosing me? And at the end of the day, it's not you not choosing them, it's them not choosing them. People put themselves in the position they want to be in your life. Think about that. If they wanted to be in a permanent position, they would make sure they took care of it. Because if you appreciate stuff, you take care of it. Make sense?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So when you start changing, do you ever feel like you have to explain yourself all the time? I'm going to ask SGF Graham this first.
See, you expected to know, but you know, sometimes, you know, I explain myself, you know, to the day ones, the day twos, or whatever. But if you really don't know me, you just know me from recent time. I really don't feel like I had to explain anything to you because you really don't know me. But you know, people that's close to me, you know, they might be confused on some things. I'll explain it to them, but I'm not convincing them, if that makes sense. Like, I'm explaining it to them and they either get it or they don't, but I'm not trying to convince them on what changed either.
Okay. Liam said, I just let them talk. They're not a threat or stopping my growth. This is for the last question, not this one. And then Ellison Webb says some are in your life for a reason, some are a season, and it isn't fair, but it is life. It's fair. I think it's fair. I like the fact that they come and go sometimes because as you grow. Hi, son. I like the fact that they come and go as you grow, because as you grow, then they can go if they don't grow with you. I love that, because I rather that than someone be a boat anchor and tie me down. If that makes sense.
For the most part, I think the growth push everything apart anyway. I never did really have to explain anything. I just noticed one day, like, dang, I ain't called such and such, and they ain't called me either. Like, dang, okay, I ain't even have to work on it. Or whatever. Like, it was just like you're, especially if they was witnessing your growth, if they're not on the same path, you blowing they high every time you come around or whatever, well. So it's naturally gonna split y'all apart. It's only when it's like some financial reason or something like that they're hanging around you that you got to tell that person, hey, get away. But most of the time or whatever, as long as people witness your growth or whatever, your growth, they'll naturally just separate.
Yeah.
For sure.
What did my baby say? He said, I don't think it's fair. You got to learn a lesson from a person you ain't intended to. I can see that. But there is something that you must learn. There is something you must learn. I promise you. Because when we reflect somebody, even if they do harm to us, there's something in us that we had to see. But we're too busy in the pain of feeling like we got hurt than to see that healing part that we needed. I saw this thing and it was so amazing. It said that we meet mates. I told this to Golden Eagle the other day. We meet mates that are something that we were lacking from one of our parents, whatever it may be. We meet mates that example that represent that repeat that whatever we had with our parents, we find that cycle again in a mate because we're so accustomed to it with them. And yet, once we heal that part of us, the people that come into our lives all of a sudden will change. Because our frequency shift. Because like SGF Graham said, matter only exists when you give it attention. And once you grow, people are on a different frequency. I told Golden Eagle this, being the only person that I've known almost my whole entire life since a kid in another individual that wasn't related to me, wasn't a sibling, that I wouldn't be talking to him right now if he didn't continue growing. If his frequency wasn't a match with mine, I would not be talking to him because we'd be on different playing fields.
Yeah, whole different wavelengths.
Peace and love, my sister, my beautiful sister just tuned in. I love my sister. So, what baby say? But staying to yourself could bring the same results. So I don't know. I feel like people are just so evil. Some people are, baby. Some people are. No matter what, some people are. I love this, man. Some people are, baby. Great point. Yes. The Ellison said, great point. And then my baby says, I love a good debate. Yes, I do. I ain't mad at you. A dope artist, too. I ain't mad. So, what was the last question? I forgot. Oh, Kendall, when you start changing, do you ever feel like you have to explain yourself all the time?
I used to at one point, but now I don't explain myself to anyone, or any whom. So I keep to myself and just do the best I can.
How about you, Golden Eagle?
When I started changing is when I stopped explaining myself. That's when I realized I don't have to, and those who I care about, I'm always willing to explain or express. But if I'm constantly made to feel as though I got to explain myself, I'm past that. That's actually been my growth actually recently. Is, just realizing that, man, I don't have to explain myself. Just like I was saying a bit ago, I don't have to be understood. You don't have to understand me for me to be at peace with it. And I definitely don't have to explain myself all the time. If I do, then I'm talking to the wrong one. You know,
Facts. Facts.
you need to be
Yeah.
on on the same wavelength. I need you to understand me, and I shouldn't have to explain my every action, my every thought. You know, you should understand. And if you don't understand me, that I'm okay with that too. You know,
You
so
know, and I like that you said that because it's not even the fact that I shouldn't have to explain myself. It's the fact of that if you really cared about an individual, you'd know.
yeah,
You would
offer some
know.
understanding. You know,
Yeah.
don't try and complicate it by not being willing to understand or not offering any understanding. You know, like yeah, and I think often enough, man, that people intentionally they don't want to understand because as soon as they do get it, then they feel like they're losing something. You know, and, when they really see kind of like the growth and how that was already mentioned. You know, sometimes people can grow and it create distance, but it's often enough it's because one person's growing and the other person refuses to, or just
Or
isn't. You know,
or they're just growing at different speeds. That's not a
yeah,
bad thing.
right, or different directions, and you know what
Yeah.
I mean. So yeah,
So
yeah,
so I agree completely, and my answer would be the same as yours. I learned that I was healing when I stopped having to.
right,
Because not everything I will tell certain people, and there's only a few people that I do this to. And I'd be like, this isn't a battle. This isn't an argument. This isn't a debate.
right,
You said what you said, and I agree with what you said, or I don't, but I'm not, this isn't it. Because certain people I just look at and respect so much that I value everything they say because I know it comes from a pure and genuine place with intent of pureness. Like, I will never, ever, ever, no matter who it is, will second guess SGF Graham when he says something to me because I know it comes from a pure love place. Because he's the type of person, he wouldn't be messing with me. He wouldn't take his time out of his day to come here every day if he didn't care.
right.
So he don't have to over explain himself to me. I know it comes from a pure place. Now, if somebody wants you to explain themselves, that means their intent isn't coming from a pure place.
Exactly. Yeah,
You don't have to match that.
right. Not to mention, you know, if I'm stuck explaining myself or explaining my growth constantly, then I'm really not focusing on my growth. I'm focusing on explaining, and you know, and you know, personally, I want to stay focused on the growth, not the explanation thereof. You know.
Yeah. And I gotta say this story one time. Kendall Cobb says, she said that people get mad when you don't explain situations. That's a them problem. But at the end of the day, someone said to me, "You need to know something," and I said, "No, I don't." And they said, "Yes, you do. You need to know." I said, "No, I don't. You feel the need to tell me."
Yeah.
Totally different than they in the wording. You feel the need to tell me. I don't need to know.
Right.
You just feel like I have to know. That's a you problem. Because I don't care.
But hey.
I don't care what people think of me. I don't care what people say about me. I don't care because at the end of the day, I love me. And it took me 50 years to love me. I don't care what somebody else thinks. Go ahead, SGF Graham.
You're in the Southeast, if you over explain yourself, they're gonna automatically say you're lying anyway. You could be telling the wholehearted truth, but that over explaining, they're gonna be like, yeah, he lying, he giving too many details, she giving too many details.
That's very
Because
true.
they're trying to convince themselves.
You get too elaborate and it just starts sounding
Yeah.
like bullshit.
Yeah. Listen, I had someone do something and I was like, "Yes, you did." And they were like, "No, I didn't." And they started cursing and getting loud. And they were like, "I did that." And I done let it go because get it. But I ain't going to argue with you. And so I done let it go. And they're still trying to explain the fact that they didn't. And I'm like, that right there, if you're going to go to trial, I'm telling you, they're going to put cuffs on you right away. Shut your mouth. If you didn't, then you didn't.
Nope. Actually, I took criminal justice. The person that's calm, nobody's calm about getting time. It would have the only person that's gonna be calm is the person that's trying to convince them that they didn't do it. Whatever. That's the first thing they look for. oh, he was too calm when I just told him what the charge was gonna be.
Yeah.
Like they got to see that hysterical. They just told you they finna take a piece of your life away. Why are you sitting there calm?
Yeah.
Like like that is the first telltale sign that they on the right path. That
That's right.
calm person.
I don't know. I think I'm going to be calm if they tell me I have to go to prison. I swear, even though I've never been in trouble a day in my life, not even a second, never,
Yeah.
never.
If
I
you're
think I'll
innocent,
be calm.
you ain't gonna be you're gonna be nervous about it.
No, I think I'm going to be calm because you want to know why?
You don't feel caught. You're calm.
No, you want to know why? Do you want to know why I'm going to be calm? Because I look at life as everything happens for a reason. There's something I must learn through this. I swear. When you have that control of that inner peace, and you have that piece of you that you realize everything happens for a reason, there's something I must learn from this.
Right.
Go ahead, SGF Graham.
And what I choose to learn from this is how to fight for my motherfucking life, because I'm not sitting in there. You out your mind. I was in there to learn the law book, obviously, because I would not be sitting in here or whatever.
You say, hold on, let me get this book out. I'm mad.
Saying that, honestly, man, it makes me think of one of my favorite films, The Usual Suspects. But that's one of the first things they say in there. It's one of the detective says, you know how to tell a guilty person from an innocent person? Arrest their ass and throw them in the cell. The guilty person will go to sleep. The innocent person is gonna be up all night pacing, wondering when and how the hell he's gonna get out of there and how he got in that mess. But the guilty person, immediately, his subconscious says he knows he's guilty. And at that point, he immediately knows he has already been caught. So it's a wrap. So might as well get some rest.
I see, and that's okay. But I also see the other side of it, because I've had somebody. My
advice to you, Kim, if you ever find yourself in the county, don't sleep the first night. I don't care how calm you are. Especially if
I think I'll pray to everybody. I swear, I think I will. I think we're all gonna have a little kumbaya circle. We're all gonna just meditate. I swear. I had somebody come at me and violently. I've had situations, a couple situations, and I was so calm in the situation, and they both were out of control. And it could have got worse if I met them there. But since I was calm, I was able to come out of it ahead, and they still had to think about their actions afterwards. So sometimes calmness does pay off, I promise you.
And I just wanted to say, Allison Webb, you're so right too. Her light is beautiful. She is definitely a queen.
Oh, thank you. Ellison, I love her. I can't wait to she's a dope artist too. I can't wait to see her at the event, and she's gonna I'm proud of her. She got went to the Village People and talked to one of the last living members, and was able to get okay to use the song, the YMCA song, for one of her survivor things, to get people up off their feet and get back in and working out and start loving themselves, that are dealing with PTSD and stuff from DV and stuff like that. So, my sister Heather, I love you. My sister Heather's watching too. But yeah, no, like I'm proud of Ellison too. Like she's doing big things.
Right on.
So, how do you know the difference between caring and overextending yourself? Ask Jeff Graham.
Say that again.
How do you know the difference between caring and overextending yourself? Gesundheit.
When I get tired.
Oh yeah.
Or when I start getting sleepy, or I start getting upset because every help or every avenue I'm giving, they telling me how it probably ain't gonna work, or they always throwing up something negative. So I don't even understand why they called me anyway now, or whatever. That's about the time.
Yeah. Kendall, how do you know the difference between caring and overextending yourself? I want to hear your answer.
It's not giving a. Wait, wrong response. Hang on, I can rephrase that. When you choose not to respond to anything at all, and then there's too much when you give all at once.
Yeah. All right, Golden Eagle, what's your response?
I mean, I know the difference just because I recognize that that's been one of my personal failures is I've overextended myself for the better half of my life, you know, and so it's just I guess in the last couple of years where I've realized how I was doing just that, you know, and obviously I can care, but I can care from a distance. I can care without spreading myself so thin that I'm laying flat, you know.
Facts. You know, I agree with that one too. And for me, knowing the difference of caring for myself and overextending myself, there's a lot of signs, and exhaustion is one of them for sure. And then the second one is when you feel the need to no longer have a response, no longer extend. You feel like, you know, when you're tired, you're tired. Go ahead, SGF Graham.
Oh, I hit the button. I ain't even mean to do that.
That's my knowing when you need to talk because you're not really an interrupter. So.
Oh nah, my bad.
Okay. So yeah, you know, it takes a lot for an empathic person that has a huge heart to stop. But when they're tired, they're just tired.
Yeah.
They're just tired. Great answer, Kendall. Yes, great answer, Kendall. Allison Webb said, great answer. So, do you feel responsible for other people's happiness or healing? Kendall Cobb.
Man, no, I don't think you should be. Not at all. You're responsible for yourself.
And I don't think I need to ask everybody that question. Because everybody better say the same thing. If not, I don't know what we're doing here.
Next question, please.
So what happens inside you when someone says you are distant or different now? How about you, Golden Eagle?
Actually, pride, man. You know, being different now than what I have been in the past is I hold pride in that. So when somebody says that to me today, I just say thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you recognizing that or seeing that in me because I take it as a compliment. Period.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, I do. So thank you.
I agree. How about you, Kendall Cobb? What happened inside of you when someone says you're different or distant?
It kind of catches me off guard a little bit. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. You still call me capital P. I accept it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. SGF Graham, what happens inside of you when someone says that you are distant or different now?
See, I'm petty, so I chuckle in the inside, and you know, I think, oh, you was trying to be slick right there. So of course I got time. So I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be like, why are you the same?
Why are you the same? You know, nothing happens to me when someone says that, honestly. That's okay. Nothing happens to me in the inside when I hear that from somebody. If people don't see your growth and they're not along that journey of your growth, then they were only watching your downfall. You know?
You gotta get a little chuckle in your heart. You gotta get a little chuckle in your heart. Whatever, like, you actually tried to do something with that. That was actually a jab. Okay. You tried to take my positive and turn it into a jab. Look at you. Okay.
No, because listen, it takes a lot for me to be calm. It takes a lot for me to be calm. And I'm afraid that if I didn't have control over it, I wouldn't have control.
It doesn't take a lot when you use calmness as a weapon. See, you using it as like it's something that's a stronghold that you had to learn instead of learning that it's actually a weapon.
Yeah.
You know, it pisses them off because they actually said it for a reaction. They said it to get a certain reaction so they can say, no, I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing. Like they wanted to go through that motion with you.
Mm-hmm.
You upset it that you changed it or whatever, you know, or whatever. Like I'm gonna give you the opposite. I'm gonna give you that. Why haven't you changed? I'm finna rewire your whole plan. Whatever, you know, whatever, and just chuckle about it because you actually tried to use my positive as a downside.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Someone says, I want the old. I want the old of this and that. And I said, not me. I don't want the old of nothing. I want to create something new and different. I don't want something that I once had and that wasn't taken for that was taken for granted and that wasn't appreciated. I don't want that. I want to build something new.
Yes.
Why would you want the same meal over and over and over and over?
I
Go
usually
ahead.
have conversation by saying he's dead. It's really ain't nothing else you can say, but by after that or whatever, like, oh, he dead. He ain't never coming back. He's dead. That's not an option. Whatever, you know. And remind them that, especially if it was somebody from the past that's trying to re-trigger or whatever, yeah, you was one of the ones that was shooting at it. You was one of the ones that was taking attempted murder shots at it or whatever. So thank you.
Yep.
Like I said, I could be me because got enough people around me that are not like me. I don't have to learn how to fight. I swear I don't. My tribe will do it for me. Okay, have you ever stayed in a situation longer than you should have because you did not want to hurt someone? Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to answer that right away. Phew, hell yeah. Ask Chef Graham, have you ever?
Hell yeah. Everybody has.
Oh, yeah.
Saying that could be a whole sermon by itself.
Yeah. All right, this is the last question, then we're going to get into the reflection. How can we communicate boundaries with compassion? Kendall Cobb. How can you tell somebody your boundaries with compassion?
Learn to walk away. Say no.
How can you tell them your boundaries, sweetheart, with
Oh my
compassion?
God. Right, that part. It's still learning.
She just walks away.
I'm still not there.
Compassionately.
Right, compassionately, very nicely, in a nice term. Don't yell at them. Tell them no when you need to. Keep your distance, or tell them to screw off. I don't know. There's a whole selection here.
She's got a whole slew.
I got options.
She's learned them all. Golden Eagle, how can you tell somebody with compassion about your boundaries?
I try to it's hard. But I try and use positive reinforcement, you know, just reminding them, look, I do care. I care. But I need to care about myself too, and I need to maintain my boundaries. But I care, but this is where I stand. You know, this is where I stand. And so I just ask that you can respect and love that, you know, respect me and love me enough to understand that. And again, going back to understanding. If you can't, I'm okay with that too. But that's where I stand. You know, that's where I stand. I stand there in peace and in love, you know, and so please don't hate me for the love I give myself.
Yes. Chef Graham, your response. How can you show compassion or communicate your boundaries with compassion?
Chill out.
Chill out.
Give me space. I gotta go. Like I don't know. I'm one of them guys or whatever, you know, like I interrupt the whole conversation or whatever, you know, and peace out. Or whatever, you know, like That's what I. That's the type of behavior I'm bringing to it or whatever. And next time we talk or whatever, won't take that route with me or whatever. Like I ain't gotta entertain it with no aggression or whatever. But more than likely, or I'm not the type of person to really cut nobody off, or whatever. But unless I'm about to leave, I'm like, hey, I got to go, dog. We got all about that later, though, or whatever, and just is what it is, or whatever. I used to be the type to sit there and listen to all that and be late for what I had to do and or what I needed to do, and now I don't forgot what I had to do because now I'm thinking about their issues, and it really ain't an issue now that I'm thinking about it or whatever, or whatever. They just need to stop doing what they doing and it'll be settled, whatever. Like now I'm mad at myself, and so the way I stopped that, well, because the end result is not to be mad at myself, or whatever. So I like, what. I'd rather you feel like, he just ass, whatever, and hey, I gotta go, bro, whatever, like, and I walk off.
I became an aquatic animal that hums. I can't explain myself about my boundaries. I will show my boundaries. I will just show you my boundaries. I can't explain them no more to people. I'm going to hum, and I'm going to hum even when you're speaking. And I am going to take a bath for a couple hours because I'm learning. I'm learning what self-love really should feel like because I want that in return. And the only way I'm going to get that from someone else is if I give it to me first. Yeah, that's me. So, Golden Eagle, can you read the reflections? And then we're going to get into our positive messages.
Okay. The reflection, healing's not about becoming cold or uncaring. It's about learning how to stay emotionally balanced while still loving others. As we grow, our needs change, our awareness expands, our tolerance for chaos and discomfort may decrease. This does not mean we are abandoning people. It means we're learning how to live in alignment with who we are becoming. Sometimes the most loving thing we can do is create space for our own healing and allow others the opportunity to do the same.
Positive message, SCF Graham.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily on the topic, but rewire your brain. They say it take 14 days of consistently repeating the same cycle, not just one time a day, like whatever it is. Whenever the opportunity comes throughout the day, repeat whatever it is that it is. And I say that I'm on day 3 on what I'm rewiring, and it's been awesome. So I still got more days to go or whatever. So I know it's still gonna be some issues coming up or whatever, but I'm already on day 3. Rewire your brain.
We're talking about that too in our healing journey. It's great that you mentioned that because that will be one of our days that we're going to talk about. So
I'll take my notes on it.
Okay, thank you. SCF, or I was going to ask you again. Positive message.
I was okay sitting in the back silently. It's all good. Anyway. Learn to say no and stand your ground. Still let people manipulate you. Well, that's tongue twister there. And learn to say no and stand your grounds. You're allowed to say no.
Golden Eagle, positive message.
Positive message. I mean, love yourself, Love yourself. Love yourself like try and do that a little more every day. The more love you give yourself, the more love you're gonna have available for others.
Are you lonely, Golden Eagle?
Sometimes. I'm apparently.
I'm kidding you there.
I've been waiting for that actually. Like just a minute ago, I thought, man, I might have avoided that, but yeah, sometimes. I'm looking to fill that void with myself, so that's what I'm working on and realizing, the more comfortable I get in my own space, my own peace, the more whole I become. So the less lonely I am, that's for sure. You know, so yeah.
So
Part of the process.
not to beat you up, SGF Graham, are you lonely?
What that mean?
Yeah, I just learned the other day, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not lonely. I'm not lonely. Nah.
I
I
asked
feel
him,
like it's a trick
Even
question
if
when
I
you ask me
even
first.
if I was all by myself, I'm not lonely. Nah, I'm covered.
I
I'm
asked him that
good.
the other day. I said, who do you spend time with? He was like, me, myself. I said, then why are you lonely? I said, don't you like you? He was like, yeah, but I long for somebody else. I said, oh no, no.
I'm not lonely. I put it this way: when I'm by myself, I figure the most shit out. I get through so much, and I feel because I have ADHD or whatever, and there's somebody else around or whatever, and I'd rather converse than whatever I'm studying on or whatnot or whatever. But when I'm by myself, I'm the type of person that's gonna study or whatever, and when I get my studies on, I really break down what I'm studying versus when people are around. So I love, and then I have like 10 concerts a day when I'm alone or whatever, whatever. Like my living room becomes a stage or whatever. Like I wild out.
Listen, also, SGF Graham, I need you to know you got to put more songs up there on Facebook. I tried to do a reel of one of your songs. I was looking for Purpose and I couldn't find it. And then all I could find was this one that I did do. And I'm like, I've never heard this because it was a solo God one. And I was like,
Yeah. I haven't done Purpose yet. I don't know what Purpose and Show them a couple of them. I don't know why I haven't done yet.
too.
Yeah, but it's coming. It's coming.
Because Gucci and I were on a roll because I got asked to make a reel for somebody for Teddy Diamond's song God Broke the Mold, and I was like, I'm gonna go do the one for SGF Graham too, because what I found out today, and this is part of my positive message, sometimes healing is dancing in the living room with your dog.
Mhm.
I've been so overwhelmed. I've been doing so much. I gave myself the deadline of having the magazine ready to be dropped out there and published. I've been busting, rewriting everybody's articles and all these other things for the events and press release. And I've been focused on making sure that we're on the 8-week journey and advertising that I have not been able to just breathe. And so I was like, I'm just going to dance because I felt overwhelmed. And sometimes when you feel like you got so much on your plate, remember you sat at the table to do what? Eat. So you can't be upset when you got a lot on your plate. You only can look around and hope that you got enough chairs filled with people that you can eat with them. So dance. Just dance.
Yeah.
And you'll be all right. Just dance and you'll be all right. So, what were you going to say there, Golden Eagle?
I was just gonna say I found myself doing that a lot lately, actually. So
Just dance.
I appreciate the affirmation or verification that that just tells me I'm on the right path. Cause
Without or with a dino suit, either or.
I got the options here. Come on now.
That's the options up to you, with or without the dino suit. That's up to you.
Let's go.
Tonight we talked about caring and boundaries. On Thursday, we will continue this healing journey of our GPS to explore what it means to move beyond what is that word? Constant survival and begin learning how to truly live and experience peace without guilt. I almost tipped my head like a dog just a second ago. I was like, what? I caught myself. The head was moving. We're the ears that will listen and where your opinion matters. Don't just be different. Become the difference. Until next time. And thank you for taking time out of your day to heal with us. May your night be full of positive energy and high vibrations. I want everybody to stay on, including the live. I want to split the screen, and I might get shunned for this, but I don't care. I don't hold water. You give it to me, I'm going to leak it. I want to show you, and I want everybody's opinion, even people while we're live, to see what they think of this. Let me get it. Because this will be our new intro, and we're keeping our song for the outro because we're growing and changing. We want to do something different and something short for the intro because we are losing people. We are losing people. So, because our intro is way too long. Let me see. Share screen. They're going to say, what screen? I'm going to say this one. I'm going to go to here if it lets me see if I can find. There it is right here. Tell me, everybody, what do you think of this? Oh, it's not playing? Oh. We're going to go over. Go ahead.
Is the world too heavy? Or is it just that the river's too deep? All the weight on your shoulders and the mountains getting too steep. All the hate in the world around you makes the truth so hard to see. There lies being drowned out, and you're your own worst enemy. Baby, relax today. Oh, baby, relax today. Hey, hey, baby, relax today. Oh, baby, relax today.
It says, baby. What do you think? Ask Jack Graham, what do you think?
Not bad. I want to hear it clear.
Yeah, that's what he said too. That's what he said too.
I definitely like the tune and the vibe he got going on. He sounded like he could have did Sons of Anarchy whole soundtrack.
He does. The hook is baby, we're listening. I think that's what I got from it. What do you think of that, Kendall Cobb?
That was nicely put together, but the volume was a little bit low, but the rest is really, really good. I liked it.
Yeah. He needs help with his studio stuff so he could get a better sound. He's having a hard time. He said it was the best quality one that he could figure out for right now, just to get me a rough draft to hear it. He's gonna probably shoot me for showing, but I don't care. So, what do you think, Golden Eagle?
I definitely want to hear that a little more clear. You know, I want to I don't want to say anything negative. So I'm gonna refrain. I'm not gonna act like I was crazy about it, but again, I also didn't hear it clearly either, so I definitely can't knock it. And more power to him for anything he is doing.
And if you're free, he's in Port Huron. He needs someone to help him with studio stuff in Port Huron. He's like down the road from you by the Blue Water Bridge.
Really? All right.
Yes.
Well, send me send me a contact or name or something. Maybe I can check them out. And I definitely know some people. So I'll
good, because he's trying to get some people to help him, just because technical stuff is really rough for him because he gets overwhelmed sometimes.
For sure.
But he's a dope artist. But yeah, I'll get you his information. All right, everyone. Join us on Thursday. May your night be full of positive energy and high vibration. Love yourself. It's worth it. It's not lonely.
Thanks for the reminder.
You're welcome.
Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is, where the heart's uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. Where them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recovered. Yeah. Peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so